looks like the shoe on the other foot, possibly. This is the Mark Inspire Show.
Walking down the road today, looking for another way to ease my mind and know my living.
1,718 days in a row live. This is the longest running daily variety show here on YouTube. Welcome to the show. TikTok. Welcome Rumble. Welcome Facebook, if anybody sees it on Facebook. Michael Brandmay, my brother. Anyway, I hope everybody's doing well. I see my Sid, guys. It's Louis Ney is Sydney. If in case you don't know, it's Sid 45, right there. Virginia's in the house. We got Trish Killian here and Andrea O'Neill. From the top of the show, we have liberty and freedom. We're doing it. We got freedom. We got liberty. If you don't have both, and then also, you know, a smile on your face, show up. That's what we're here to do on a daily, is to break away from the negativity and live in the moment. Create something. It's been 1,718 days in a row of creating. I don't know what I'm going to do yet tonight, but it's going to be something. We're going to first talk about the news of the day. Senor Cracky McGee. Yeah. What? Huh? My Aunt Judy told me that Hunter's going down. Yeah. Yeah, indicted for gun charges, Hunter Montgomery Biden. Is this Joanne? Is his middle name Montgomery? Oh, hi, Joanne. I didn't see you come in. I could hear you from a mile away with that wheeze, but we're losing frames. What the f- is going on now? As soon as I mentioned his name, are you serious? All right, we're not going to even say his name. How about that? Guys, apparently there is a child of a president, and it's not a Trumper. Of course, I'm smiling tonight. I'm here with Melania, winning big league. And I heard Hunter B is going down. Yeah, no, he's getting cracked out tonight. Yeah. I got indicted during the day, smoking a crack pipe at night, winning big league. Hunter B, Hunter B-doo-doo-doo. We're going to call him Hunter Biddy-Doo-Doo. Hunter Biddy-Doo-Doo. He's going down. Channel Sop-Up News, Mark Pires. I'm here on scene, 2 microphones. Hunter B. Hunter Biddy-Doo-Doo. He's going down. What's that, No, Joanne, I'm sorry. I can't hear you over the wheeze. Right. Right. I'm going to put the other microphone down because we got a show to do. Hunter Biddy-Doo-Doo. He's going, maybe, they're going to let him off, guys. Oh, look, we did an indictment, and then the Sleepy Poopy Pants called. Look, my Aunt Judy told me that Hunter B's got to be home for chicken dinner. We're making rice and chicken. That's right. Huh, what? Joe, Sleepy Poopy Pants, wake up. You're there, sleeping, got the job every day. Melania, don't go near the gold toilet. Oh! Matt Zabrowski, this is your turn to shine. I'm going to throw you the mic. Woo-hoo! Gosh almighty, Zabrowski jumped it. No, you got to wait for me next time. You don't just jump it and go into the woo-hoo. I needed to point to you first. That's a 5.5 today, Zabrowski. No, the woo-hoo was good, but the timing was terrible. That's on you. You know, I show up here, Zabrowski, to do a show. I throw you the woo-hoo microphone. All you gotta do is wait for the point. You jump on the point, you got a 5.5. You better deal with it, right? So what's everybody think about Hunter Biddy-Doo-Doo? Do you think he's going down? You think he's possibly going down? Or do you think he's going to be let off like they all do, always get off? These guys get off for everything. Nobody's ever gotten charged for anything in the Hunter Biddy-Doo family, even though there's lots of stuff going on. There's no evidence, really. Oh, because they haven't talked about it on the news, right? Guys, I think it's a sad state of affairs when the only things they talk about are the topics that divide us. We are currently living in a society where they talk about 3 or maybe 4 topics ad nauseum, And they are the 3-4 topics that our parents told us to never speak about in public and at parties and when you're around people you don't know. You don't talk about religion, you don't talk about politics, and you don't talk about money. But 20 to 23, all we freaking talk about is religion, politics, and money. Divide, divide, divide. There are a billion things that we get along on. There's tons of stuff that we could have a conversation over. But instead, they have us bickering, divided, distracted. So what we do here every day is we break away from that. We break away from that insanity that we all know exists. We can't stop it. We know that. We can't speak about it. Because when you speak about it, they take your show down and they cancel you and they call you names that aren't true, but they say it over and over until people believe it to be true. This is the Twilight Zone. We're living in some sort of experiment. It could be the Truman Show. There could be tons of people watching us right now, watching this show, and that number's a lie. Or that could just be the number for 1,718 days in a row. Could be many things. The one thing I'm certain of is that it's not the show. It's not what we do here. Because this show is real. It's truth. This is the moment taking place. So when they try to divide us, they try to distract us, they try to destroy us, we find peace and solace right here on this show. And that's why that number is where it is. Because if it grew, they'd have a heck of a lot of people feeling good. They'd have a heck of a lot of people that aren't down on themselves, down on the reality of life that we can't change. They'd have a heck of a lot of people finding a moment every day. And this, my friends, is the thing they fear most about this show. This is what they fear most about me. Who am I? I'm a guy that could break you away from the noise. So strap in. We're going for a ride. What did we have here yesterday? That's missing. Freaking nasty bass line. like it. Shadows everywhere you go. The shadows don't follow you, they're in front of you. How is it possible? Everywhere you go, someone watching you. You can't get away, yeah, you can't even tie your shoes. Someone's standing on the corner, yeah. Oh, there's a camera watching, boats panning in your direction, yeah, and you can't get away even for a moment of affection. Oh, they're always watching you, they're watching me, they're watching everybody. They keep it all the data on the backside on a hard drive, yeah, and they'll use it at the right time to get you to do what they need you to do, yeah. Shut your mouth, yeah, don't you ever give them a problem, yeah. They'll put you in the ground, yeah, before you even start the drama, yeah. It's over before it started, yeah. But you can't even do a thing, yeah, holding on like a string, yeah. It's over before you started. Yeah, it's over before it started. Just take a little perspective, yeah, 'cause you can't get into it. You're in a wreck, yeah. You got it on the lifeline, calling on 911. You can't get them here on time, yeah. Before it is on the phone, yeah. It's over before it started, yeah. Oh, it's over before it started. Of me, a piece of you, yeah, you put them together, yeah, like Play-Doh, yeah, you can get something new, yeah, but you can't if you don't try, and everybody's dying, instead of giving it all to this life, yeah, you gotta keep on going, yeah, you can't ever stop, no, don't stall it, yeah, you know, there's a calling for you and me, yeah, I found mine, I'm here every day, yeah, ain't gonna stop no matter how hard they try to slam me, yeah, yeah, it's over before it started, it's over before it started. If you got a thing to say, you got a thing to do, you better do it before they lock you up, before they, you know that's good to wanna do, yeah. You can't ever say a thing, yeah. If you do, you're gonna have a hard life, yeah. You're not gonna be able to do anything. It's over before it started. Oh, yeah. Over before it started. Suddenly I sit still, yeah, looking around. I can't understand why the world ain't looking and saying I can't have it anymore, yeah. Call it on, yeah, call them out, yeah. I don't care if you wanna fight, yeah. I'm sick of the drought, yeah. No emotions coming out but hatred, yeah. And I'm gonna put them down. It's over before it started. It's over before it started. Yeah, you can do what you do, yeah. You can't do anything anymore. If you do, they put you in this 4x4 hole you can't get out of, you can't take it all, yeah. And no one can hear you if you scream, no. Every night you're there, broadcasting to few, yeah. That's what you do though, you can either quit or you can give it, yeah. You gon' do what you gonna do anyway. That's what's up, yeah. You can't tell me to stop, no. I gotta go, let the flow come to the surface, yo, yeah. It's over before
before it started. It's over 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 before it started. Ooh, yeah, it's over before it started. Yeah, so yeah, you can't roll over the border, no, you can't go anywhere. It's over. It's over before it started. It's over before it's over before it started. Yeah. It's over before it started. Hold on, hold tight. Take off your belt, stay all night. You can see the world the way you wanna see it, yeah. You can be the way you wanna be in it. But if you know anything, you got any sense, yeah, you got to be relentless. No. You can take your time when you do it. You can play any way you want to play it. People wonder why. They wonder why I keep going. They can't figure out what's in it for me. Oh, they'll never get it, no. They're lost in the Stone Age, yo. I'm here in this moment, you with me. Yeah, we're going to see where it takes us to the promised land. Oh, I ain't gonna step down, no, gonna take a stand, yeah, gonna find my way. We're gonna find the promised land, yeah. Jumping frames like they keep dropping my frames, yeah, can't blame anyone but you two. They don't like the truth coming out through the microphone to you, but I keep on going, yeah. You can dig deeper than that. Don't ever be the scaredy cat. Oh, we got enough of them out there. I'm looking for some warriors to join me. You They want you to stay quiet. You see, they don't want you to go wild. They gotta take your guns. They gotta keep you on the sideline. Oh, no one ever knows what's coming. And if you do, they're going to destroy you. Find peace in yourself. That's the ultimate wealth, yeah. No matter what they tell you on the mainstream fake news, national choir, mainstream media, yo, they just keep it down, never lift you up. They want you to stay distracted while their plans enacted. I know you know what I'm doing. I never stop broadcasting to you. All you gotta do is show up, share, show, yeah, come now, leave a comment, come back tomorrow. There's another show gonna be fire. Every night drop the bomb, yeah. We blow up the night before, yeah. No matter how great the show, I'm gonna come destroy you. Find peace in yourself. That's the ultimate goal, yeah. Find a way to drop the grudges. Yeah, ain't gonna keep you from your peace. Release it into the world. Yeah, yeah. You can do what you want when you want it. But you gotta be ready to face the repercussions of your actions, yeah. You can go out and do whatever you please and expect there won't be any sort of negative response. You gotta do what's right. Lift up a friend time to time. Get yourself out the mirror. You can't do everything for yourself, yeah. You gotta care about those around you, those that need it most, yeah. And you lift yourself up in the process. I'm singing truth, I'm singing it, it's coming out of me, yeah. When the Lord's speaking, yeah, he's singing like he's on the top of the mountain. Yeah, we're gonna tell you how you get away from the crazy world, yeah. Just grab your pickaxe, yeah. You can dig away, you can climb up, bring your ropes, you can get somewhere far away, yeah, yeah, yeah. You can find some peace and quiet. Shadow the noise, yeah, 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 yeah. Be true, true, yeah, be true to you, yeah. The world around you gonna see you for you. Be true, true, yeah, be true to you, yeah. The world around you gonna see you for you. Be true, be true, be true to you, yeah. The world around you gonna see you for you. Be true, be true, be true to you, yeah. The world around you gonna see you for you. Be true, true, yeah. Be true to you, yeah. The world around you gonna see you for you. Be true, true, yeah. Be true to you, yeah. The world around you gonna see you for you. Be true, true, yeah. Be true to you, yeah. The world around you gonna see you for you. Be true, true, yeah. Be true to you, yeah. The world around you gonna see you for you. Be true, true, yeah. Be true to you, yeah. The world around you gonna see you for you. Be true, true, yeah. Be true to you, yeah. The world around you gonna see you for you. See you for you, yeah. True, true, yeah. Be true to you. The world around you, see you for you, yeah. Be true, true, be true to you. The world around you, see you for you. Be true, true, be true to you, yeah. The world around you, gonna see you for you, yeah. Be true, true, be true to you. The world around you, see you for you. Be true, true, be true to you. The world around you, see you for you. Be true, true, be true to you. The world around you, gonna see you for you. Be true, true, be true to you. The world around you, gonna see you for you. Be true, true. True, true, yeah. Be true to you, yeah. The world around you, gonna see you for you. Be true, true, yeah. Be true to you, yeah. The world around you, gonna see you for you. Be true, true, yeah. Be true to you, yeah. The world around you, gonna see you for you. Be true, true, yeah. Be true to you, yeah. The world around you, gonna see you for you. Be true, true, yeah. Be true to you, yeah. The world around you, gonna see you for you. Be true, true, yeah. Be true to you, yeah. The world around you, gonna see you for you. Be true, true, be true to you. The world around you, gonna see you for you. Be true, true, yeah, be true to you. The world around you, gonna see you for you. Be true, true. Freaking A. That was a fire tune because I was like screaming, belting as the lyrics. Guys, everything's live in the moment. There is no script. There are no songs. And then
It's over before it started.
it's over before it started.
It's over before it started.
this was a rap. I was freaking rapping during this.
It's over before it started.
Like straight up, like Harry Mack style rapping. There was some good stuff there. Not great, but good.
True, true,
Woo!
be true to you.
gotta be true to you. The world around you will see you for you. Yeah. Be true, true, yeah. Be true to you.
That's some just crazy, crazy stuff right there. 2 songs tonight, guys. Hunter Boo Boo Biddy Boo Boo, right? Go freaking smoke crack, dude. Go crack it out, Cracky McGee. You know? Look, my Aunt Judy told me I can get some really good crack from Aunt Judy. You know? She said she's got the crack. She's giving it to the Bidey family. You know? I can't say much. If I do, they start knocking away my frames again. Hunter Bibbidi Boo Boo. I liked the songs better than the story, you know? Oh, great, he got gun charges. Who the freaking cares? You know, he'll be off tomorrow, you know? But we just wrote 2 awesome songs. Much better. Can somebody share that freaking crap? Like, what are we talking about here? Those are 2 sick songs. And it's because I broke my strings, I had to write lyrics. And I'm sitting there, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if there's some people in here in the audience who are like, oh, these are cool lyrics that Mark wrote. Motherfucker, are you kidding me? I wrote it all. There's no writing. That was the moment taking place. When we say the moment, that's it. I love, this is my favorite thing, is at the beginning of the most shows, I'll say something like, I have no idea what I'm going to do today, but I know it's going to be the moment taking place. And then that happens. 2 awesome songs where it's just like,
True, true, yeah. Be true to you. Yeah.
That's the stuff that should be on everybody's channels. Like, we should be sharing the hell out of that. And I realized, guys, it's you guys. It's not, I mean, not like you literally, but it is. Like, people don't want to hear from the guy. Nobody wants to hear from me. Hey, guys, I have a new movie. Nobody freaking cares from the guy. Okay, Mark's got a new movie. They want to hear from Sid. They want to see a post from Leisure Number 7 that's like, guys, you got to check out this funny new movie that just came out. Have you guys joined the group? Or have you guys gone over and joined the Rumble? Whatever the friggin' is, you know what I mean? You share something and you just be creative with it and say, oh, did you guys see this really cool clip from the Mark Inspire show? Do you know this show's been live for 1,718 days in a row? Any night of the year that you're feeling like crap, join in. It's after 10 p.m. And that is the stuff that's going to bring people in. That's it. I realize it now. Because I'm seeing people do that. People do that for other shows they care about. When you like a show, you share it. You not only share it, but you take clips and you're like, oh, guys, I found this really cool thing I love. Some people do duets on TikTok. They'll find a clip of something they like and they're sitting in front of it. Oh, I love this thing that was said here. Do that. Feel free. My show is open content for people to take and use, except for my songs. My songs are mine, but you can clip them out and share them. Guys, this is a song written last night in the moment.
True, true, yeah. Be true to you, yeah. The world around you gonna see you for you.
That's some fire right there. I wrote that piece of music, a month ago? But I left it on my loop station for a reason. So we could create that tonight. We have 2 more on the sides here. I don't know what they are. This one I think is the song I still haven't edited.
Tomorrow's a new day. There's gotta be another way. Tomorrow's a new day. Tomorrow's a new day.
This is where you get like the handout. You're just like out in the crowd.
There's gotta be another way. Tomorrow's a new day. Yeah. Tomorrow's a new day.
Guys, I'm sorry. I can't stop writing cool songs nightly. But then we don't forget, we got to have 150 people, 200, 500 people here. Revelation 11, what is it? Jesus is the truth, my friend. Jesus is the truth. Excuse me. Jesus is the truth, okay? I walk around like a missionary with this freaking huge wooden cross on my chest every day of my life. Because Jesus is the truth, the way, and the only way to the light, as far as I'm concerned. And when you deliver the message of the Christ, which is to bring people together, to lift them up into the light, and to break them away from the society's lies, essentially. And that in its completeness is where the persecution comes from. On all levels for people who do try to make a difference in the world that we live in. Throughout time, what you'll see is people who attempted to make a difference and they were murdered for doing so. We talk about, Jesus Christ, who was amazing and is the role model, I believe, that for humankind. I'll tell you a quick story. My son is started high school. He's in a prep school, and it's Jesuit. And we went for the first, go to the classes and meet the teachers. It's like the first meeting. And, about halfway through, we had like 3 breakout sessions, and then we go into the 4th one. And they're trying to give us a feeling of what the day is like there, So in between the 3rd one going into the 4th one, the principal gets on over the loudspeaker, and he starts a prayer. And in that moment, I was listening. And I was taking in this experience. But what I realized was they made it like, illegal to pray in school. It's like, now you can't do it anymore. But I started realizing something. The words of the prayer weren't, we worship this one God, and it wasn't, there's a tiny bit of that reverence, but it was really more about, we ask you to make these men strong, and it was really a very powerful prayer about inspiring these students to be the greatest version of themselves and to stay connected to God within the experience of learning about what they need to do in life in order to go out into the world and make a difference. That's what the motto of these schools is for them to be, a light bearer in the future that can actually make a change in this world. And that's what I really love, is because that's what this show embodies. And so when this prayer was taking place, I was thinking to myself, I had my head down and my hands crossed. I said, my typical, I did Father, Son, Holy Spirit. I'm sitting there and I'm thinking to myself, man, this is amazingly beautiful. And why is this not in every school? And then I realized, it just kind of dawned on me. It's because it brings us together. It's because it grounds us to the one truth, that we are from a creator, the creator of all, and we come from that together. Therefore, we are brothers and sisters. We are one and the same. We feel very similar things. We just have different opinions on things. But as far as it goes, we carry on the scale the same emotional response to most things. And then certain items along the way, we just respond differently emotionally. You may respond with hatred or anger, and I may respond with, acceptance and with more of a, or you could be condemning something and I could be approving it. And so the point is that we have different opinions. We should be championing the fact that you have a mind of your own. And I may not agree with you, but you have thoughts and you're bringing them to the surface. I wouldn't ever want to extinguish that, But this is what we live in a time where they want to extinguish all voices, not just any or a few, all voices that speak against the narrative of this. It's an NWO thing, guys. You guys know that, right? It's pretty much a group of people who are trying to change the world in their image. They're trying to act like gods. Not only are they trying, they are successfully doing it. Just show of hands out there. I think I know the answer. How many of the family members here subscribe to the, I guess you would call it, recommendations from the government over the last 3+ years? Who out there, show of hands, subscribed and said, yeah, no, I'll do a Dr. Weasel Frage? Who did, besides Joanne? Joanne, that's on you. You trusted Fraugy. Yeah. But who else out there? Renee, I know, didn't. S. Coop didn't. Yeshua didn't. I'll tell you somebody else who didn't. I lost a lot of friends. I'm sure I lost a lot of clients as the realtor in a blue state who speaks his mind and happens to say things that are extremely conservative, even though I don't see myself as anything. I'm just a soul. And my heart feels things, okay? And sometimes I get this burning inside of frustration and anger, because I see so much deception going on around me. And when I see these things that are so clear to me, a lie, that's a lie, that's a lie. The thing they said is completely the opposite of all the information I just looked at. And they're out on the news saying it. And I just can't. I get this burning because I'm like, they're gaslighting everybody right now with lies. And the scariest thing about this is this detail. I had 3 pieces of content taken down on TikTok last week. 3. All of them were true. All of them were true. They were news stories. I only basically, I'll drop comedy stuff and songs, but mostly I do news stories on TikTok, and then I'll carry those over to the other platforms. But they start on TikTok, and they always just do the news. I read the byline. Literally just read what it says at the top of the screen most of the time. I'll give us a little joke or something, and that's the end of it. There was a story about mascaroos and about how they actually are dangerous for you and people are getting cancer and all this other stuff. You can say it correlates or it doesn't, but people are getting sicker since they started doing it than they did before. It got pulled down, and they said it was misinformation. And all I said simply in my appeal, which was denied, was how can you call accurate current science misinformation? You are the misinformation because you are suppressing anything that is different from something that you were told 3 years ago. And science changes on a daily basis. So since that period of time where they said, hey, this is the truth, it's safe and effective, and all the bullshit they told us, from that date to now, there's been how many peer-reviewed articles that have come out that change what we know about where we are in time. But still, these motherfuckers continue to pull content down because it's misinformation. The people who are still spewing the crap from 3 years ago, like safe and effective, those are the purveyors of fake and misinformation. The people who are out there saying, oh, that's misinformation, are the ones who are spreading misinformation. It's like, boom, 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 And I don't think I'm alone when I say these things. I think I'm actually saying what most of us think when I say stuff like that. I don't think that all the people on the right or all the people on the left are the same. There's a lot of moderate conservatives, a lot of moderate liberals. And then there's a freaking bunch of whack jobs out there on both sides of the aisle. I just see the stuff that's going on the radical left as so freaking off the reservation. I can't even understand how we're talking like that. Like, I'm a zebra. You're a what? Again, here's my biggest problem. And Joanne, I got to get rid of you for a moment because we're too serious. I can't have Joanne there. My biggest problem is this. You go into a room of 100 people in 2023, and everybody's like, oh, let's have some champagne. And some stupid idiot stands up, some, 24-year-old girl stands up and says, I'm a zebra. And like all these people go, yeah, she's a zebra. She's a zebra. And then some common sense speaking individual stands up and says, you're not a zebra. You're a girl. You're just confused. You're 23. You just don't know who you are. You're not a zebra. You're a girl. You're a racist. You're a xenophobe. You're a bigot. Canceled. I'm sorry I'm extra animated tonight, but I'm just so sick of the insanity. You're not a zebra. I'm sorry. When I was a kid, people were confused. I didn't know who I was till I was like 21. I don't know. Do you guys know I didn't pick up a guitar until I was 18? I didn't even know I had a musical ability until I was 18 years old. I've written 209 songs on iTunes, 10 feature films when I put Trump Show out, which is coming out soon. And I never took any lessons for any of that. I don't know how to play guitar. I don't know how to create feature films. But I do. Because I just do whatever the frig I want. I'm going to live in the moment. And to me, like, that's what we should all be doing if we want to put an end to the insanity around us. Okay? That's why I'm like, I firmly know. I don't just believe. I know that the way the common sense individuals that are called racist and xenophobe and bigots are thinking is the correct way. And in 30 years, they will look back at this time and they'll say, what a bunch of freaking punks to stand there and let these a-holes walk around and destroy society with complete insanity. I'm a cow. I'm a cat. There's 2 cats in my kid's school. They got freaking kitty litter. Meow. My kid is hilarious. He said one of the cats, she meowed at him. So he said he barked back and he goes, ruff, ruff. And I was like, what a funny thing he did. Because he's like, this is insanity. You know, he's like this little kid, but he's like, what am I? He's got a lot of kids that were like one thing and all of a sudden now they're something else. And I'm glad my kids have stayed grounded through all this. I'm being freaking shuttered right off of YouTube right now. They're freaking taking my frames away because I'm speaking truth again. God almighty. My kids, they're in this. I'm in the Northeast, guys. You're either on the West Coast or you're on the East Coast and you're freaking with a bunch of whack jobs who want to change society into some communist, dictatorship nation where they suppress anything that they don't like. They talk about free speech like they support it, and then they want to freaking suppress it. I want everybody to speak freely, and then you just change the channel if you don't like what someone's saying. That's what we used to do back in the 90s. I'm watching TV channel. I don't freaking like what they're saying. I change the channel. Oh, I don't like CNN. I change the channel. I don't like Fox News. I change the channel. I don't like MSNBC. The freaking completely... These people, like, what I don't like is they only broadcast the stuff that makes Republicans look bad. They don't broadcast any of the truth in the news. It's just, Donald Trump's documents. Joe Biden had documents. Before he was president, he wasn't even allowed to have those documents. Trump was allowed to have them. Maybe he shouldn't have had some, but whatever. I don't even freaking know. But the fact is what they did, this ridiculous, witch hunt, all these indictments. You guys look into the indictments and what they had to try to go after him on. Some sort of horse and buggy from 1857. What? This is the most ridiculous time in history. What we have here is one political party that's just trying to create enough shade on the winner of the next election so they could steal another election. I can't say that shit. Sorry. There's one side who wants to make the other side look bad because the other guy did a lot for this country and gas prices were good. Look, gas prices were great. And everybody was making money across the board, and we didn't have inflation like we do, and we didn't have as much hatred, I think, as we do right now. And we're not a more racist world than we were in the 60s, and we did vote Barack Obama in twice. I just want you guys to please keep that in mind. We did that because we're not a nation of racists. We do, want hope, let's think about this. When Obama ran for his first term, I was a young liberal when I was college. I'm coming out, I'm a musician, and I remember I hated George Bush because he was a freaking moron. The guy was an idiot, okay? I couldn't stand him. So when I saw what happened with 9/11, and I didn't like anything that happened with 9/11, there's so many questions about what happened on 9/11. And to this day, there's a really, really weird feeling in my stomach when I think about that day. But outside of that, I didn't like George Bush. He may be a great guy, maybe not. But I will say this. There was a couple of ridiculous paintings at Epstein's. One of them was George Bush throwing paper airplanes at like Jenga buildings, 2 buildings that had fallen down. And that tells you something right there. But outside of that, I voted for, yeah, thanks, Bobby. I voted for Obama the first time around. And because I wanted hope. We got the freaking dope. Because nothing happened. Just like a freaking lame duck presidency. In fact, that's when I started realizing how the world was getting completely nuts. He was the one who brought in, like, girls could go into boys' bathrooms. I'm sorry, it's not even that. Girls never go into boys' bathrooms. It's the opposite. Boys go into the girls' bathrooms, and then they rape girls. And that's not all the time, but it's happened, you know? Trinity's in the house. So good to see you. And Susan Donahue. Oh, see? There we go. Susan said the same thing. I think we all had hope that Obama would do something amazing for this country. I remember being so proud that we had our first black president. And to me, that was the ultimate, because we were such a racist country for so many, hundreds of years. My parents, okay, just a little background. My grandfather came over, and this is why I firmly am so, I'm behind our immigration process. And you should be welcomed into this country. There's a door, it's big, it opens, you can come right in. But we just need to know who the frig you are, okay? And my grandfather came here. His name is on Ellis Island on the wall. And I still haven't been there to see that. I got to go bring the kids to do that. But he came here, and name on the wall. And my father's Portuguese. I'm Portuguese. And my dad's he got darker complexion than me. So he told me too. I remember as a kid, he used to tell me how much he dealt with racism when he was a kid. He grew up in Yonkers, New York, and New York is a tough place. A lot of different groups, a lot of different gangs. And my grandfather moved into from Portugal to New York to Yonkers, and that was a time. That was the time it was going on. It was 1953, I think they moved in, 1954. So they were right in the middle of it. And so he said, look, I dealt with it. And he often said, he still says, he's like, what's interesting is I remember going to an outhouse in Portugal and not having any running water. And then he's thinking about how all the things that took place since then, and now he's on a cell phone, like texting, started his life going to an outhouse, no running water. I don't even know if they had electricity. And that's the thing that's interesting to me is the amount that has happened in his 50-year or the last 60 years, 79, 78. So it's about 60 years, 65 years. How much stuff has happened? It's amazing. So anyway, like I said, I digress. I just think that we have to start having enough sense to walk away from the insanity. We just got to walk away from it and show up here. You could see this. What I hope people will see is this show is a 1 hour break away from a world that desperately wants to distract you from this moment. That's, to me, exactly what they aim to do, is to take you out of this second. But this second is the only thing that exists. There is nothing else. Everything else is it's either a past that took place and you can't ever relive. You could just relive it in your mind, which is distraction from the moment. Or it's a future that doesn't exist yet. And it's a future that most likely may never exist. And that future keeps you thinking about getting that thing or whatever it is that you're looking for instead of appreciating and living in this very second here. So I urge you to consider stopping in on the daily when we're here. We write a couple songs. I mean, look what we wrote tonight.
True, yeah. Be true to you, yeah. The world around you gonna see you for you. Be true, yeah. Be true to you. The world around you gonna see you for you. Be true.
Woo! true, true, right? And then we wrote this one.
It's over before it started. It's over before it started.
Yeah, yeah. So, guys, we're writing songs like crazy. Susan, thank you so much. I appreciate you for kicking it. You rock. Oh, you know what? Jesus is right. Yeshua is the truth. There is eternity ahead of us. Live to achieve eternity. That's a nice way of saying it, and it's a nice way to stay focused on it, you know. Live to achieve eternity. Oh, Trinity, you missed it. Literally, like, there was a rap. This one was a rap.
It's over before
it was crazy. Like, I almost want to go back and just quickly listen to it because it was sick. Maybe it wasn't. Sometimes I think things are good and they're not. And sometimes they're really good and then I didn't realize how good they were. But that's why I love this moment. It takes place. Can we get a copy on this over here? Copy link. Okay, there we go. I'm going to get over here. Let's see if I can play it. I'm just going to go back. I want Trinity to hear this. This was insane. I don't want to save that. Okay, here we go. Where is the channel we use? I think it's this one right here. So guys, remember, this is the longest running daily variety show. I've been here 1,718 days in a row. If anybody appreciates that, please spread the word because they don't want anybody to find it. And I think one day I'm going to quit. I mean, I just can't keep doing it and never make money at this. Like, it's just, you know, I got to focus on real estate and then I'll probably just do like a weekly show or something like that, you know. But I think we're getting to a point, you know, where I can't just continue this, like, showing up here and
So you think you
build the show. It just really sucks because we create some amazing music on a daily basis. And I should get paid for this. I really should. And by paid, I mean by YouTube, not by you. But they'd prefer I quit. I can't get this to play, obviously. Can I bring this forward? Why isn't this working? All right, well, it's not working. I tried. Bottom line, if you go back and watch tonight's show, the rap was insane. And the second song was like, I was like belting. It was crazy. And that song I wrote like a while back. This is the other one I haven't done yet. These are Bradley's jam. Bradley wants me to finish this one.
Hold on to your heart. Don't let go and let yourself free. You're free. Let your wings fly on, float above it all. You're in the sky, yeah, you can't calm down. You're up there forever. The sun is shining through the clouds and you can feel it. Oh, you can. Wherever you want to be, yeah.
One of these days I'll write something to that. Oh, thank you, Trinity. I appreciate it. You know what? I like talking about these topics too. It's anything else you want me to talk about? You know, keep your eye on what is happening and live to achieve eternity. The final war has begun. Songs are fun, but these are serious times. They are, my friend. They are. I'll tell you what, though, if you can't break away from how serious they are for a minute, for an hour, I don't know, after a period of time, your mind, it gets jumbled. Your mind, now look, that may be God's plan, that you get taken down mentally. But I don't believe that's true. I actually believe God's plan is that you found this show. And that perhaps you can break away for just a little bit so you can fight against the evil as well. And together we can do work to save this world, to save souls. Something that frightens me is a world that completely gives up on God. And the thing is, when a majority of the world has gotten there, that's when it all comes to an end. That can take place many different ways. It could be nuclear war. It could be Yeshua coming from through the clouds down, the rapture, but again, these were stories. These were sometimes parables that were spoken about a future. And what was seen back then could have been something that couldn't be explained at the time. A nuclear war could have been something that was what they were trying to explain. And so I'm frightened with the world that we live in today. And I also believe it's very interesting that we all find ourselves here alive in this timeline right now at the potential last one. Now, I'm sure people have said that many times, like, oh, the world's coming to an end. And you see people in the street corner, the world's coming to an end, the world is over, it's ending. Yeah, it ends for people every day. It's going to be an end for us. Like, here's the thing, the world could come to an end, but you may have already come to an end before. And you may be alive when it comes to an end. But the reality is, as Yeshua says, live to achieve eternity. So live with light coming out of your heart. Live with a smile on your face for those around you, because a smile is positivity. A smile is connection. To me, to you. When we connect, an energy is built that goes out into the universe. Now imagine if we could turn that number into 160, 1,600, 16,000. Imagine if we all connected the way that I know I can get us to connect. Imagine what would happen to tomorrow if a large group of us connected every night and then went back into our lives. Now, I've been here for 1,718 days in a row. I don't know anybody else is insane to do that. But I do it because I have this fire that burns inside of my chest every time I speak about this mission of trying to bring the world together. I get this focus, and the answers and the words just form when I start speaking about how simple it would be to connect. Not all of us, but a lot of us. And I often think that I'm meant to be suppressed. I'm meant to be persecuted. Because those that can bring us together are kept from that possibility. They choose to elevate those that could bring us together in a negative way. Controversy, distraction. So sometimes I actually, and it's not the final day ways, but within the process of the preaching and trying to share a message that was different than the entirety before, I understand, or I feel, and I feel like we could at least place ourselves into a perspective where we could sort of understand the way someone felt. And I could understand how persecution and suppression feels, where they want to stop your message, stop you from speaking. You can't say anything because you're toxic, because what you say is inspiring other people to rebel against the government. No, what you're doing is causing people to rebel against the government. What I'm doing is telling people the truth. What you're doing is causing everybody to rebel against you. So you can't go out there and blame the people that are calling you out on your shit. That's the thing I'm like totally blown away by. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, okay. So you get someone out there just basically taking a mirror out and he's holding it in front of you, and then, you know, they get canceled, blackballed, because all they did was show you who you were. The problem is the decision makers, the people who could actually make a difference in this world are kind of evil, you know? And they're only doing things that benefit a smaller population on this planet, and them not having to even care for that population. That population will be enslaved. Okay? Clear. It's very clear. But they still don't want 7, 8 billion people here when that happens. No. They're trying to get that at 800,000, you know? And that should scare you. Because it's 2023, guys. And that is something they all committed to have take place by 2030. So 7 years from now, in 7 years, hell or high water, these people are going to have us down to 800 million people on the planet. That means like 83% of the people on the planet have to go. 85% of the people on the planet. That's pretty messed up. Like, and it maybe never, but now, I don't like the word Lord. The Lord. Like, that just sounds weird. The Lord? The Lord? The Lord. No. The Christ. Better. The Lord. The Lord of the manor. Like, ugh. The Christ. The one. I hear a freaking fly. I got my stupid freaking electric fly trap swatter, you know. Guys, I want to show you real quick. I'm going to be finishing this tonight. I'm still doing the electrical work. But look, the new guitar, the Mark Pires model. Look, I put the logo on, my signature. Come on. So that's going to be the model. And this is all, you can't really see it right now in this light, but this is what's called curly maple. And not curly. This is called quilted maple. So it's got like this vibe. If you see it outside, it's pretty cool. But it's got kind of dark. I went kind of dark on it. Black on the outside, blue on the inside, and then red on the back, right? Sides are cool. So now I'm just going to finish this up, and tomorrow we're going to be playing it. My hope is that I can do this. I don't know. I'm soldering and stuff. You know, sometimes it's 1 a.m, guys. What the freaking heck, Mark? I want to get some sleep tonight, you know? But I wrote 2 songs. Cool songs. Tomorrow, fam and friends. I'll try to edit those songs. Those are freaking fire. Wow. I can't believe that. I'm going to have to edit those down into short songs, but they were pretty
Every
cool.
carrier has goals in mind.
Do they?
Achieving them takes steady work.
Does. That's true. Sorry, Charles. Guys, if you haven't yet, please smash the like. And Andrea O'Neill. Bobby Chizzy, my brother. So good to see you again, pal. Be back tomorrow, pal. Seriously, we're doing good work here. I got an amplifier back there, I guess. What the freaking heck? Yeshua, the truth. Indeed. Leisure number 7, my brother. Sydney. Lewis Ney is Sydney, guys. Just in case if you were like, who's Lewis? Is Lane Lewis? No, it's Sydney. Guys, because it's Sydney. That's my brother, Sydney. Pamela Swan in the house. Renee Woods in the house. S. Cope in the house. Virginia, and we of Liberty and Freedom. Guys, we did it. We did it again. Remember, if you can leave a comment after the show, let me know what your favorite part was. Did you enjoy the music? Did you enjoy the conversation? Tomorrow, we'll do it again. Trinity, Red Door, Blue Pill, Hi-Ho, Kermit Frog here. Guys, if you don't know this, my Trinity, the Kermit the Frog song is on iTunes and on Spotify. All you have to do is type in Mark Pires and then just start typing in Trinity, because if you try to write that freaking stuff on top and on Spotify, good luck. Mark Pires, Trinity, Red Door, Blue Pill, Hi-Ho, Kermit the Frog. You kidding me? No. Kermit the Frog is not here. I don't even know how to write that. And also, you know what I mean? Do Mark Pires at the front. So just write in Mark Pires Trinity, and you're good. Spotify. You'll hear it. You jam on it. Share it. Share it. Trinity, I hope Frog here. I haven't done it in a while, but it's a cool song. I hope to see you guys tomorrow when we do it all over again. Until then, fam and friends, it's Mark Pires. And this is the Mark Inspire Show. 17-18 in a row. We'll see you tomorrow. You got to go away, go away.